discuss planning is very important and which involves various stages like studying the domestically the company's ability and in going to international market. Then at international level, international market evaluation. Then it go for international market evaluation, and in that it see at the country wise, then culture aspect, customer aspect, and then it look into that means from broader to narrow. It do the evaluation. After doing your evaluation, it see the next step it go for studying itself, evaluating the company's ability and strength in competing in the international market. That is how means domestic evaluation, international market evaluation, both it will do. And in the third step, it do the evaluating the company and comparing with its competitors, where it stands and how they are going to, how what is its position in facing the international competition, according to the evaluated results. Based on the evaluated results, then it proceed with the international marketing mix, that is collection of product, price, adding product features at international level, pricing the product, all the whatever the core elements of marketing are there, all those at international level it plans. After that, segmentation. So in this evaluation of market, we will learn about, we learned about segmentation. Yes, for the international market or the global level market segmentation, there are three bases which companies adopt. That is demographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation, and behavioral segmentation. Demographic segmentation depends on the age, gender, education, culture, income levels of a consumer. It considers all these aspects of the segment as aspects of the consumers. Hence, in the country in which it wants to enter, what is their age, in that country, what age groups are major. It divides the age groups into four major categories. Then, based on that, which age group is high in percentage. After that, and then it see the gender. Okay. And then for the education, what is the education level of consumers in the area wise or country wise. The income levels of the consumers, again for the purpose, it divides income into three groups, and cultural aspects of the consumers. This will make the organization study about international market. And this is a one aspect where it divide the market into, segment the market into groups. After that, psychographic segmentation, it also go for psychographic segmentation. Under these age groups, based on age, gender-wise, education-wise, income-wise, culture-wise, then it look for the psychological aspects of the consumer, how he behaves, like state of mind, based on the state of mind of the consumer, it segments. There are certain consumers who prefer to buy by more quality and status conscious people. And there are certain consumers who are women consumers, if you take are very price cautious, only do that shopping, pursued segments. And traditional segment consumers, they are consumers who stick for their roots of the cultures and all. Adapters, these are the consumers who adopt to the every new thing that comes, anything that means very flexible and adapt to the changes in the economy, in the market. That's how, again, the third one is behavioral segmentation, which we already discussed, means there are the consumers who behave differently at different occasions, like based on the occasions, their buying behavior changes based on the usage rate of the product. Say, fruits, vegetables, and all. If other seasons, if they are costly, they'll not buy. But during the festival, whatever the price, at least minimum they try to buy. Occasion, right? And usage rate based on the usage of a product. Say iPhone usually is only purchased on the mid class or the minimal people. For the regular use, a smartphone or Android phone which has the basic features is enough. Okay, common man generally go for a common Android phone which has the basic features. Okay, right? Right. Okay. So again, I have to repeat. Then I have to repeat. Yeah. A very good evening. Welcome to Ambedkar Open University classes, MBA, fourth semester, International Marketing. Till today, till the previous class, we discussed about uh, the third block, which is upon international marketing planning and segmentation, targeting, and positioning of international marketing. So in previous class, we discussed about what is international planning, what it involves, and what are the strategies that are adopted in the international planning. And then we also discovered about segmentation, and we started with the targeting. So let's see in today's class the targeting strategies, and then positioning strategies that, to be followed at international level, then services marketing in the context of international level market we are going to discuss in our today's class. So let me share you the screen. Mm, the screen visible? Yes. So the cell segmentation generally. How do they select the market? How do they target the market? Generally, the strategies for selecting international market, they go for identify the target market. They are identifying the target market. After segmentation, they look for what are the consumers and which group is more, means based on the age, based on psychology, behavioral aspects. They consider all these based on these all factors, whichever the group they want to serve, they will decide, and accordingly they serve the consumers. Here I'll okay. So targeting selection. Targeting is what? Targeting is like selecting a particular group of consumers based on their common features and um, applying the suitable or designing or applying the suitable marketing mix strategies for each of the segments. How do they select? How do they select their targets? Customers depends on criteria for targeting is depends on three factors. That is, first criteria is current size and growth potential. What is the present market? As I mentioned, segmentation they do on the basis of demography, psychography, and behavioral aspects. So based on these aspects, once they divide the markets into various segments, they say which segment, each segment current size and that segment's growth size. After that, again, potential competition is the what is the potential competition that these segments has. Okay, this current size of the, say for example, age means adult, that is older people's segment. Older people segment is in a particular country is more. Okay, growth size is less because the next there is a lot of gap. Okay, and then when older people segment is more, but there is a growth is less, then potential competition for these who are your competitors along with you to supply or to serve these consumers in the market in that country. You also has to see it's not only that your competitive market, but how aggressive they are, the level of competition and aggressiveness of the competition. And then also you have to see the availability of the inputs, that is raw material, components, and other services, availability of labor, all these things has to be checked. That is potential. Then when these all are perfect, then you can able to give the sufficient competition with your competitor. Then compatibility and feasibility. Yes. What is like tough competition in a particular segment, like whatever that segment that you are selected, competitors have not great threat. Okay, you may enter into the market. But before entering into that market, you need to see how far that country's legal aspects are there. How far, what are the legal restrictions or legal boundaries that the country has in order to enter into that segment or that country or related to that segment people. All these are to be taken into consideration in the aspects of promotion and the tools you adopt for promoting your product, or in the aspects of selling the product. Okay, mm, everything you have to check while entering compatibility and feasibility. How far that particular segment or country is suitable, compatible and feasible for you according to your product. Also has to be shown. See, in previous class, we discussed about these types of global target market strategies. That is a number of market segments based on the undifferentiated. The market target marketing strategies are three types. Serve the undifferentiated market, serve concentrated market, serve differentiated global marketing strategy. Undifferentiated global market strategy is that where you serve a mass, means randomly to all which are suitable to all the consumers. Like say for example, what do you call cereal foods. Generally, cereal foods are available, prefers, right? FMCG products. Okay, so mass production, toothpaste you take, it's a mass production. You can do mass production. Everyone uses, right? So that is undifferentiated global market. So here you will have multiple segments because every consumer, every age, every gender will come. And then marketing mix strategy, you will have for entirely only you will have one broad market segment. So you'll have for entire market only one strategy you will have. And niche marketing segment probably is not required, only sales are moderate because you will have other competitors also. So at the same time, you need not to give extensive competitive this thing. So you'll have a moderate sales. Coming to the concentrated global marketing strategy, if a person selects a concentrated global marketing strategy, then if the marketer selects, then that means concentrated global marketing niche. So take example of what do you call Puma first. Okay, no, sorry. Yeah, Puma or Nike or what is that? Sorry, it starts with a. See, these people came with a very niche marketing. This is a concentrated global marketing strategy is not meant niche marketing, means selecting only particular category of consumers. Sports equipment, sports. Okay, sports segment they have taken. So they are serving only to a particular segment called the people who are into sports. And so marketing mix strategy also single sports related products only. Okay, means they whatever sports equipment, sports wear, sports shoes, sports equipment, okay, accessories, this kind of market only they'll have. So next marketing segment is totally applied, not okay, not applicable at all, because concentrating your okay, sales limited, because you are selecting out of total population, you are selecting only particular people who are into sports. So your sales are always limited. The next you have differentiated global marketing strategy. This is the other targeting strategy where the marketer go with the differentiated products. Say for example, Britannia. Britannia is into confectioneries for different age groups with different added features to the products of biscuit itself. It's serving the entire market, but they have a different brands, multiple segments. It has like kids, adults, diabetic patients, women, like that. It has different segments, and marketing mix also for these segments different. And niche marketing depends, like for each different brands it serves, and sales are large because it's covering with the different brands, different products for different segments. It's covering all the segments for consumers, so sales are large. That's a different strategy. Now let us see the product positioning. Till there we have seen, and today's class let us continue with the global product positioning. Yeah. Not finding this. Global positioning, right? Okay. Yeah. The screen is not coming. Global positioning. So here, right? I hope the screen is visible now. Global product positioning. After segmenting the market and then targeting one or more segments, then the marketer next step is to sell his product. So how do he sell his product? He adopt, he has to communicate his consumers about the availability of the product. So that communication and creating an image of the product in the minds of the consumer, we call as a communication. He adopts various tools to promote his product. That promotion of a product, that is communication, communicating about the availability of the product to the consumers, targeted market is called positioning. So let us see what this how do they communicate? It's not like I said, communicating, that's creating an image of the product in the minds of the consumer. Like sometimes the moment you see certain ads, means or the certain taglines, you'll remember their what you call the product name, right? Right. So that tells about, so the moment you see the Nike, you'll remember, just do it, right? The moment you see some tagline of what you call McDonald. What is the tagline of McDonald? Yes, I'm loving it, right? I'm loving it is a tagline. Right. So like that, similarly, if you see here they give Revlon's Shake Your Body, and some Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Gillette, there are certain companies which made their image in the minds of the consumer differently, right? Mm. So a company generally gets short-term or long-term benefits by positioning its products in the global markets. What are the benefits they get generally? The like identity they get, okay? Companies affected by any recession in domestic market as the products are positioned in the global market. Okay, why they go for the global positioning? Then positioning their products in global market, they can enjoy more tax benefits in the new markets where they have opportunities. Okay, then they also like they have other benefits. Home market also, if any recession is there, they can face it with the global benefit profits. They can concentrate on the global markets, so the quality they give importance, can successfully leverage its strengths with the help of its global activity. The next is this, here you have been given a positioning strategy of global. Hmm. Okay, and it's going like this. Right. Hmm. L'Oreal's positioning strategy has been given. It first started its product, a French-based company. Then they have the product has a Persian style of image. Then they identify that how to they find the difficulty in reaching the global market. They worked out a lot and they committed and they have taken various steps to make their product globally recognized. You know, first L'Oreal sold as a multi-level marketing product. Later on, in multi-level marketing product also, marketing strategy also, when they're finding difficult in reaching in the global market and its slow development, they have built concrete steps to bring the product into a global level. So they collected the branch of different origins and then different cultures they worked upon. Uh, After working with the different cultures, understanding the different countries' culture and their brands, in those countries' brands, they collected and they studied their combination and all. Then they came with a new, different idea, strategy upon all other original brands. Okay. Let's make the brand embody their country of origin. Means the brand must have the like the consumer must feel that brand is their country's way only. That's how they came with their idea and they developed a strategy with a different advertising strategies, positioning strategies. They entered into the global market. If you see the L'Oreal's advertisements, you'll find different strategies like especially the targeted luxury brand of young generation. Okay. So you will find different combinations, different their cosmetics. If you see, you'll find different combinations, color combinations, and like strategy. The next one is high-tech positioning. Yes. If you see computers, desktops, laptops, cameras, or mobile phones, whatever, you will see these all comes under the high-tech products. How do you position your high-tech products? As a very effective positioning is very effective. Like yes, the products generally frequently these configurations changes. Okay, so based on that, they will continuous purchase takes place after. Okay, products are purchased after thorough research. Generally, these products consumer also purchase only after the thorough research and based on the features that the product has. Right, when you want to buy a laptop or when you want to buy a mobile phone, what you do? You will do very thorough study. It's not only laptops or mobile phones, even financial services, like if you want to take a personal loan or if you want to go for what you call, go for credit card facility, or if you want to go for investment in securities. All these are high-tech products, which needs where consumer do a lot of study and research before buy purchasing. So these generally these high-tech products again categorized into three types: technical products, special interest products, demonstration products. Technical products means these computers, chemicals, financial example. These are technical products because consumer need the knowledge of these products. They must have the basic knowledge of these products. Effectively position with the highly highlighting the features of the product. Means see for the laptops, if you see. They give specifications. It's a gaming laptop. It's a highly executive programming laptop. Like with the specifications, the consumer will have the idea, and when you highlight the specifications of your product, automatically they'll show interest, and you can attract the consumer. Even the insurance products, financial services, insurance products. If you see, many private companies come with highlighting their product benefits and try to attract the consumer while placing positioning them. Like you can be richer, your child can be richer by his 20 years, education, child education. Okay, this all highlighting the features of the product. You can attract the consumer, and consumer usually will have some knowledge. Customer will have some knowledge of these products. So that's how they can be positioned. Next, special interest products. Like you'll have, there are certain products which are purchased by the consumer out of their interest and passion. Like see, there are some people who buy the iPhone. Generally, every 6 months you get a new mobiles, or yearly once you get new models. So it's a passion to hold the iPhone of the every new model that comes into the market. Similarly, cameras. There are some people who buy the cameras with a passion, because nowadays you are getting everything in the mobile only. But still, there are some people who buy. Why still the camera market is running? Because they are projecting such a way the special features of the cameras apart from the mobile phones. That's how cameras still have the market. Sports equipment. So these are the special interest. Means the people who are interested in the sports will go. By highlighting these products features, okay, customers, you can attract the customers. Generally, these in this case also, customers who purchase these products also will have some common basic knowledge about the product and the required features for their proper functioning. So if you are good in if you how effectively you communicate about your product feature depends on the sale of your product. Next one is demonstration products. Demonstration products are like the products which speak on themselves, like video cameras, gymnasium equipments, musical instruments. These are the most popular and some successful demonstration products for the world, and like for which the again here also features, and they can exhibit. You can like see video cameras. You can show how good the different features the video cameras have different uh, qualities and pictures. Equipment, different gymnasium equipment for different purposes, musical instruments, by playing musical instruments. All these will have you can give the demo and show the consumer. The next one, high touch positioning. So now we understood what is high tech positioning. Under the high tech positioning, the categories we have seen. How do they position these products that solve common problem? Okay. So these all high-tech products will have a common emotions. Products, consumer, remember, consumer will have a basic knowledge of the products under this. How good you are in promoting your product, features, highlighting your product features depends, depended, okay, your sales are dependent upon that. Marketers give an image that products under this category are center of everyday life. These products show that provide benefits linked to life little more. See, if you see headsets, They give especially boat advertisement. If you see boat, they give an advertisement that only their advertisement. That's quality, clarity in the sound is what they highlight. And see, you can live like anything, forgetting all your problems and troubles with the clarity of by enjoying the music. That's the what they show by providing by benefits linked to the life little moments. Okay, the next one is similarly like these benefits linked to life little moments. If you remember the insurance advertisement or the car advertisement, okay, and gifting these insurance products to the family, okay, or gifting a luxury car to the family. Of course, a car is not a high tech positioning product, but still, camera, okay, movements, your memorable moments, memories in photos, gifting album will speak about the importance of camera in the life. Like that, they try to position global village products. Yes, being cosmopolitan in nature, generally, the category of fashion, fragrance, mineral water, pizzas, these all comes under the global village products. The price ranges of these are different depending on the high quality price products. They vary from high quality, high price products like designer fashions to low price food products. In global village products, the country of origin also plays an important role. Giving their country of origin will enhance their appeal to global consumers. Mercedes, German engineering, Samsung, Korean electronics, AT&T, American telecom. Okay, so like they speak about from where they come, and they based on that you can see because Korean Korean electronics are very specific in quality. And next, Mercedes, German engineering, which is a top engineering mm, services. Okay, so global village products generally as cosmopolitan in nature, they may, like anything that is fashion, fragrance, or mineral waters, pizzas, whatever. But these products price ranges are changes from category to category, from high quality to high products, designer fashions to low price products. Okay, uh, they generally play very important role that the origin from where they come. Next product that use universal themes. Yes, there are certain products which use the universal themes like love, play, heroism, materialism. All these are expressed in their advertisements. The next, see marketing in underdeveloping countries. How the marketing. Developed countries are characterized by very little manufacturing activity and shortage of goods and services. But marketing in less developed countries offers firms with a number of advantages. If you see unexploited markets, less developed countries have huge exploited markets. Okay. But many of these countries turn out to be attractive markets and have huge market growth rates. So targeting such countries will be very beneficial for firms, sometimes grouping a few countries have huge and exploited markets. These countries turn out to be attractive market. Yeah, okay, how to select what are the advantages of marketing your products in developing countries is what we discussed here. One is unexploited markets. So as developed countries, developing countries and undeveloped countries are, less developed countries are, will have a more unexploited markets. So in these countries, entering into in these countries, you can attract more consumers and you have a much growth rate. Okay, so targeting of these undeveloped countries or developing countries will be more beneficial to the firm. Sometimes can few countries grouped together also can enter and can make a more profitable business. I can give you an example that see Honda actually when India is developing and Hero has a good marketing position. Honda identified its growth in the Indian market and entered into the Indian market with the collaboration of a Hero company. Okay, okay, as a joint venture with the Hero company, and once it gained its market and identified it can go with the own brand without any joint venture. It separated from the Hero company and started selling its own products on its own brand. That's growth that Honda enjoyed. This is only the example I'm telling. There are many such companies like that. Unexplored resources, yes. And in the developing countries, a large unexplored resources like human and natural resources, skilled and semi-skilled labor can be easily and cheaply identified. That is India. India has a good scope. India still is developing country, we are saying, and has a good scope of unexplored resources like human. If you see, uh, we have a skilled and semi-skilled labor, human resource is there. And in India, you being a hugely populated country, you can have a cheap labor. Means easily you can hire the skilled labor and skilled talent, and also at the cheaper prices as compared to the developed countries. So that's how Indians are gaining more opportunities in the international markets and international companies, MNCs. And as the resources, as a research and development and the growth is less. So these companies, by entering into the developing countries, can also find abundant natural resources. See, when you don't have a sufficient number of manufacturers or sufficient good researchers, good growth, automatically those resources will lie unused, and the others who are entering into your country can be uh, take the benefit of those. That's how our haldi has gone, and many of our certain products which are ignored in Indian market has become their major products, and they are themselves have taken patent rights for the certain Indian products which are having the origin of India, uh, lost their identity, and patents are taken by some other countries. Example, Haldi, if you take like, okay, and less competition. Yes, in developing countries, as a competition, you can also expect a minimal competition as economies are limited and the competition will be low. So that is how what you are finding. We are finding the technological availability. Okay, will be less. Financial as well as the technology. The availability is less, so you will have a competition also less. Okay. Say for example, here I can say whatever mm, foreign fund countries, foreign brands we are using, why they are here now? Because of their technological development, and are coming with the new products and things, and because of the financial soundness. There, when you are financially sound, you're able to go for research and development, and you're able to invest on technology, latest technologies, and you will come with more innovations. That when that is low, automatically you can have, you are supposed to depend on the other countries. That's how these marketers will select developing countries for expansion into international level. The next tax advantage is less developed countries try to attract capital and technology by offering number of tax benefits which are difficult to find in developed nations. Yeah. Now see, how by entering into India in order to grow themselves, or means any developing country in order to grow themselves, to acquire the latest technologies, and also provide employment or get more capital. Because if you allow, when you are not able to invest, when someone is ready, you allow them, so they come with a new and they sell in your country, and out of that they give you some share to you. That's how they can okay, so that's how countries will allow. And at the same time, for the marketer also, it will be good because he gets certain tax benefits. See, you might be heard of that, say, Tesla company. Tesla would like to enter into the market, but the government is giving tax advantage only. Why they are not still entered? Because our government, the present government, is not accepting, and it is to the terms of the Tesla owner, but it is asking them to means actually as per the previous norms, it's different. The Tesla owners thought now also he can enter into the Indian market in the same way. I can for his EV vehicles, but the present government has restricted the tax exemptions and subsidies only to certain extent, tax exemptions or tax benefits or subsidies, whatever the, required, they're restricted, not to the extent, not to the expectations of the Tesla owner. That's the reason why still he didn't enter. Okay. So like that, there are various benefits which attracts the marketers to enter into the foreign markets. Yes. Now let us see about you can give these all to in your answers in brief. The summary of these case studies you can give in your answers, and you may also get these as the case studies. Okay, you are supposed to write a case study upon your related topic. Okay, so it's important that you are supposed to understand the topic and the concept. That you will come to understand only by studying the case studies that are given in your textbooks related to which the case studies that are given to you only will be given to you in the examination. Okay, so please go through the case studies that are given in your books and study. As our class is limited and we have a time constraint, I'm just giving you a glance of the topic. Yes. Next one is international services marketing. Yes. Generally, services are little different from a product marketing. Service marketing, product marketing, you have physical evidence, which if by adding attributes to the product, you can with the physical evidence, you can attract the consumers. That okay, can attract your consumers. Okay, but here it is service marketing difficult because you don't have the physical evidence. Okay, and it changes. No. So let us see how this services marketing is different, and learn about international service marketing. Generally, what all comes under the service marketing or service sector, like banks, financial institutions, like insurance companies, okay, financial service providers, healthcare centers, retail, these all comes under the service sectors. Okay, hospitality industry, all this comes under service sectors. Okay. Mm, Again, even financial, the service sectors, once they reach the maximum sales profits in the domestic country, would like to go with the international sales. Okay, expand the market in the abroad, that is foreign markets of their business in the foreign markets. Okay, then generally for service provider, initially it is easy to expand in the country if they similar to the culture of that country. Say, for example, here it's given American bank easily understand the Canadian customer than understanding the Chinese customer. So they entered into the Canada market easily and closely than the China market. The next, having expanding successfully, these service providers become large multinational companies. Okay. Mm, you have so many service providers from the in America. Now, if let us see about and understand about the services market, services industry characteristics. Uh, Characteristics services and their implications for the international market are intangibility. The services are intangible in nature because you don't have any physical existence of your service, whether it is hospitality or financial service or insurance, banking, right? Anything that you don't have a physical evidence. The service is difficult for the service to perform in the okay service organization. How to expand in the different markets depends on the acquiring skilled people, trained people. Okay, because difficult for the service provider to communicate about the benefits of his services in the new market because what expenses, how the consumer will get benefit is very difficult. Mm. You take you're shopping from the local grocery stores. Okay. Yeah, if you take Amazon, Amazon were entering into the market, find it difficult to reach their services to in the Indian market because it's an online portal and Indians have very a negative image about the online services, online delivery systems. So attracting until 2020, Amazon has not that popular. Why? Because of Indians' perspective towards the online services, right? Because how do they provide satisfaction? How do they guarantee the services, right? That is one thing, and the customers are very friendly, means convenient in buying from their neighborhoods rather than expecting and waiting for the online deliveries. So that's how it became difficult for Amazon until 2020. Of course, it has, but the size of the market it reached in 2020 is whatever it reached in 2020 is what it attained till 2019 is totally different. Okay. The next one is heterogeneity. Heterogeneity, homogeneity in the delivery of services is difficult. Heterogeneity in the sense in what do you call intangibility, inseparability, imperishability, and like some services. See, product, if you are buying a particular mobile brand, it's series, whether XYZ or A to Z, whoever buy that particular mobile brand series remains same. If anything is different, you can compare, right? All the products come with the same configuration, same image, same everything, right? Features. So everything is missing, you can easily compare and see. But here, services not like that. Person to person, it changes. There is no homogeneity. All the services providers perform same service may provide, but person to consumer, it may vary. The little variance may be there. Say for example, the service provider, your automobile service provider himself. You may be noticed your automobile service provider, if you deliver your car, if you give your car for servicing, for the past 20 years you are giving, okay, first 20 years you are giving to your automobile service provider, or 1 year itself you take, or two, okay, same service provider. During the unseason, he do very best service. During the season, like festivals where or see marriage occasions are there, wedding occasions, when the number of services to be provided are large, the number of services to be provided large, automatically the uh, quality of service also reduces, may reduce. The person if change also may reduce, right? So there is a slight variation in the quality of service. That is how service provider has to ensure that the quality standards of the service are maintained and delivered at the expectations of the consumer. That is more important. Different consumers of different cultures have different needs. So this is very difficult in the services market. But the success of any service industry is depends largely on the consumer satisfaction, right? If you are able to satisfy consumer, that's the your satisfaction. Mm, now the service measuring the service by the consumers also differs from country to country. The parameters they follow also different. Okay, so that's all factors has to be considered while entering into the market, international market. Next, inseparability. Yes, service marketer cannot separate his services from the consumer. That is, both must be present. The production and consumption takes place simultaneously. The provider and the consumer, both must be, the present of both must be there at the time of delivery of the service. This makes exporting service difficult. Mm, like services, exporting services difficult. Another country may say a company which is providing good services in its origin country and not able to provide the similar quality of services in its foreign country in expansion, maybe the reason is because of not able to export the services and that factors involved in that service provider. Okay. Yes, of course, some extent technology may help in ensuring the similar quality of service and wherever it enter into the market. Okay. That's the one point. What example I can give? What example your services means? Yeah, take hospitality industry. In hospitality industry, Japanese are highly respectful people. Means they respect respecting their customers, or means their human values are different, right? At the same time, in their country, the rules are very strict also, that is different. But we are talking about in Japan, the respect, the consumer is different. Okay. Minimal training of employees is important. If an hospitality industry wants to enter into its other country, like where you have even Koreans are enter into Saudi countries where there you need to, or Indian countries, in a demographic countries, sorry, democratic countries, where okay, you're supposed to give high training. In spite of giving high training, you may not able to guarantee that the consumer will be satisfied. Okay, quality of service is provided in a proper way. The next one is perishability. I can give you as a service industry examples altogether after finishing. Perishability. Perishability is like there's no perishability like products. You cannot say that product service will be perishable, imperishable. They will not change, but the service has to be provided as and when it is required. Say, for example, a customer, a hospitality industry, restaurant, a customer entered for a food. And if you say, I'll provide this, that's not the thing. Means you may be having a damage, but it's demand on demand high in the peak season. The demand will be high in the peak season. Okay, you cannot store your service. Okay, during weekends. See, in restaurants, weekends, high demand will be there. Okay, the service providers who are there in your restaurant may be completely busy. You may need to, they may be finding queues outside a restaurant because of non-availability of tables or service providers and all, right? But the other days, you cannot say that on Monday our restaurant will be free, you come on the day, right? So service, unlike products, cannot be stored for future sales, nor can they be carried over for consumption at a future date. Both are there. Uh, You cannot store, you cannot carry for you future date. Okay. You cannot store the service, or you cannot carry you, because you cannot say you are a serviceman in your restaurant. You are not working, you don't have the crowd on the weekdays, so you have to work with the four hands on the weekends, right? You can ask them to work extra 1 hour, but you cannot ask them to provide the 10 customers at a time, right? That's the uh, thing. Yes. Service characteristics, intangibility, storing implication. Storing of service is nearly impossible, and maintaining consistency, quality also difficult. And setting the right price for services is also difficult, because service to service requirement, price may change. Communicating and displaying services is also difficult. Protecting services through patents is not always possible. You cannot say this is my patent right, like products. Heterogeneity is, uh, it's very difficult to ensure the standardization in the delivery of services. Sometimes it goes here and there. Okay, see, if you see the all the online service providers, whoever said online delivery portals, whoever said half an hour delivery, 10 minutes delivery, now you don't find them only. In the beginning, they might came with the different strategies of fastest fast delivery, but now if you see, you will find hardly you will find such kind of online delivery portals. Hmm? Even whoever came with the, even Jepto, you say, they say 10, half an hour. They said 10 minutes. They came with a tagline that 10 minutes. Now, you see, 10 minutes delivery is there. So that they cannot standardize the delivery of services. Okay. Impact of cultural differences between markets also has to be considered while training the staff. Consistent quality of services has to be maintained, but cannot be standardized. Inseparability, yes, customer and delivery provider, service provider cannot be separated. So you can mass produced, one cannot serve at a time. Technology can be used effectively generally in order to have a delivery of service from distance. You can again the same Zepto or the online delivery portals you see, this here we can say that technology, the use of technology, they came effectively in their delivery services. Of course, this is the advantage, but here heterogeneity, they could not maintain the whatever they promised due to the various aspects. The homogeneity is not possible. The next, perishability. Services cannot be invented, that is, they cannot store. At the same time, services demand pattern at different markets is more important. Yes. What are the challenges in marketing services? Protectionism, cultural differences, and difficulties in measuring customer satisfaction. Yes. These are some of the challenges. Let us see about these challenges. Protectionism is restrictions on right of establishments, trade barriers, foreign exchange controls, government procurement barriers. Generally, these you will find everywhere, but for service industries, it will be more. Licensing and regulation, tariff barriers, technical issues, commercial counterfeiting. These are the some of the problems under the protecting your policy, means protective policies of different countries, different service sector will face these restrictions and from the government. The next one is cultural difference. Cultural difference, yeah. Before that, here GATT. This you can expect for the short answer. What is GATT? Okay. What is GATT? General Agreement on Trade and Services. This features like education, communication, construction, engineering, like various services related agreements they made. There are so here you have been given what are the sectors added under and what are excluded under, and that is it's a different topic. Cultural differences, again, the other challenge, yes, country to country, cultural barriers will be there. Languages, beliefs, values, attitudes, lifestyles of customers, everything is different. Understanding that must be very important. People to people contact. I can give you here one example, one second. See here. In restaurants, the queue you will find. Zoom chapter from hometown living. In restaurant, east and west, how we find the queues. The queues here and this here. Newcomer in that is always not welcomed. Dealing with the problem. They just cross on the problem. Here, they skip the problem. Here, skip the problem. And then is self-portrayal. How do they portray themselves? Transportation barriers. Actually, I one illustration next one. Child. Growth. Okay. Right. Right. Cultural differences. Difficult in measuring customer satisfaction. The other one is difficult in measuring customer satisfaction. Yes. In case of services industry, it is very difficult because service sector is difficult with customers. For the same service, for the same provider, it may be difficult to identify. Okay, must carefully monitor how efficiently he is providing the services to his customer and being delivered in the international markets. Sorry, I'm sorry. Achieving customer satisfaction is very difficult in the industry and service sector, but it's very crucial also, important also for the success of service sector. Okay, the service provider, while providing his services, must very careful, must see that efficiently he provide his services are delivered in the international markets. So regular monitoring collecting the customer feedback is very much important, so that he can make sure his employees provide uh, satisfactory services efficiently and effectively to their customers. That's about international professional services. You have different professional services, also legal services, social legal services, mm, retailing, international retailing. That is, we see Walmart entering into different countries. Even IKEA is a international retailing, the changing phase of retailing is important for examination. International financial services. Yes, we have credit cards, debit cards, voting cards. You can write international banking services. How, what are the different banks entered into Indian market, and what kind of services in invest banks are providing, and what benefits that are realized. Then under international insurance services, you are supposed to mention about the benefits realized in the international insurance market by the into international market. So here any case studies? Nothing. That's all. So next class we will go with the international marketing research. Thank you.